What does Batman do when the Joker starts throwing cards?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
He deals with it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have found the greatest DC comic show on YouTube. You found Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. I am Ryan, Magic Lasso, and I welcome Signature King Tony to the show today. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm good. Long weekend. Finally, the sun came out. It was raining for like 2 weeks straight here. It was really weird.
You know,
I forgot what the sun looked like.
You know what Annie told me about the sun?
What's that?
It will come out tomorrow.
Well, that's not true if you lived in central Pennsylvania the last 2 weeks. Did not come back out tomorrow.
Wow. Sad.
But that's okay. It was nice and dry this weekend. We got a chance to do some outside stuff, cut some grass.
Good.
So
Very
caught
good.
up on that. Got some sun.
Nice.
Finally.
You're soaking up the sun. Just like Sheryl Crow.
I was going to say, me and Sheryl Crow are out here soaking up the sun.
Yeah, nice. Well, on behalf of Comic Food 2814, excuse absence, and Tim the Comic Collector, missing in action, we welcome you to today's show. There are links for everyone in the description for this video, so if you aren't subbed up and would sub up, that would be awesome. If you already are subbed up, tell your friends and help some channels that are desperately looking to hit 1,000. Hit 1,000 because that's appreciated too. And sub up everyone that's in the live chat. And starting to look at our live chat, we say Muabunga to White Tiger, cool, calm, collected. I just did a unboxing video of some Marvel books that I bought from him on my YouTube channel this past week. So if you want to check that video out, that's already up on my channel. Our good friend I Collect a Lot is here. Hope that you're doing well and have had a good weekend. And hello to Ben Compton. Hello to you. So that's cool. And I do want to take a moment to, for everyone that participated in any way, shape, or form in the C3 Comics Curing Cancer, which went on this weekend. So thank you so much for helping them make that a huge success that it was again. So deservedly so.
Absolutely. Good cause. So everybody wins.
Yeah. And how cool is that is an official American Cancer Society event? I
think it's wonderful.
I think that's great.
Bunch of fellow nerds can come out and do some good.
Yep. Tomorrow, the American Cancer Society will say, look what those geeks did for us. So, well, that's pretty awesome.
They're not going to, it's the one day a year we don't get swirlied.
Yep, cool. Exactly. Yep. You're safe to go out tomorrow.
Yep. That's it. Just tomorrow.
Just tomorrow. Yeah. After that, all bets are off.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. What's going on news-wise?
Oh, geez. I don't know. Honestly, not a lot, but I did find one or two little nuggets. So, Frank Grillo, who's been cast as Rick Flag Sr., and he will be voicing Rick Flag Sr. in Creature Commandos, will be playing Rick Flag Sr. in Peacemaker Season 2.
Nice.
So that's kind of neat. I'm curious to see how they're going to tie that together, because Peacemaker series was a spinoff of The Suicide Squad, which is technically Snyderverse, but it's spoiling into Gunverse. So technically you have Joel Kinnaman as, Rick Flag Jr., and then you're going to have Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., maybe? Because technically Joel Kinnaman's character is dead. I don't know. Curious to see how that works. So we're going to get our first look, really, at a James Gunn character. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that's not true. We had Blue Beetle. But, I mean, other than Blue Beetle. So, yeah, this will be a lot of fun. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's cool. I go back so far with him. I remember when he used to be on a soap opera. So...
Who, Frank Grillo?
Yes, he used to be on a soap opera.
Yeah, he looks like he's, I don't want to say old, but been around a while. Because knowing my luck, he'll pop up behind me, put me in some kind of chokehold. Yep.
That'll be the end of you.
Yeah.
But man, the views my channel will get for that.
Yeah, right? Watching me get choked out live.
Yep. His last words were, "Could you sign this for me?"
I I mean, other than that, I mean, it's just, the Joker 2 reviews are out.
Yes. So box office wise, this movie has disappointed. It hasn't done what was expected. Did you see it?
I couldn't get away. No.
I haven't seen it either. Now, one of my friends that I really trust, like we're on the same wavelength with stuff, went and saw it and said it was good. He said, I don't know why this movie is getting panned like it is. It's really good. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of doing that with, sequels to movies that were an absolute home run. And Joker, the first one, home run.
Yeah.
They went in expecting another 10 out of 10. Well, unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Iron Man movies, like there were crappy Iron Man movies that nobody liked. So, just go and enjoy it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Enjoy it. But
I still will watch it at some point.
Yeah, of course I will too. Absolutely.
We'll say hello to John's Comics with Kids.
And if there's anyone who needs a subscriber,
yes, it's John. So
it's John's Comics with Kids.
Yep.
We're gonna have a telethon.
Yes.
One of these days. Get him up there.
There used to be before COVID, there was a Send John to MegaCon telethon.
Send John to MegaCon telethon.
Yeah.
Oof. Almost bit my tongue like 10 times on that one.
Yeah.
Well, so what about me?
Send Tony to Harley Con?
Forget it. No thanks.
So, how are you on the Penguin series? Have you watched anything yet?
No. The missus and I are probably going to wait until it all comes out.
Okay.
So we can absolutely just hammer it in a whole weekend.
Third episode dropped tonight, or probably just dropped very recently. I've seen the other two that they have had so far. I thought episode 2 was better than episode 1. So but in episode 1, you're learning the characters and the dynamics and who's who and who fits into where, and although in episode 1 you got a Dolly Parton song that you didn't get in episode 2, but I know, who would have thought Dolly Parton and the Penguin?
Right up your alley, huh?
Yeah. So I will be checking out the new episode at some point this week. But speaking of Batman, we have Batman and Robin Year One, the comic book miniseries that we've been talking about. It's been announced that there's going to be a noir version of it, a black and white version for issue number 1. That will come out the same day that issue number 2 comes out.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome.
And I did see that the DC one-shot that just came out, the all-in one-shot, is that right?
Yeah. Yep, I think you're right.
That's getting a second printing.
Did you pick yours up yet?
I didn't get one.
Are you going to?
I don't know. If I did, I would want that really cool, and I'm sure you got it, the logo foil, the DC Bullet logo foil.
I thought you got that one. You didn't get that one?
I didn't.
Why not?
Just it's gotten too expensive with so many books coming out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I picked up one of them as soon as I could find it. It's in here somewhere. But you're right. I did pick up. I pre-ordered the logo foil.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't find it, so whatever. But yeah, I picked up a logo foil, and yeah, I'm excited for that to come in because that's coming from Golden Apple.
Nice.
In California, so
very nice.
Excited for that to come in. And there's a bunch of other books, including I have purchased or pre-ordered all of the DC All-In character foils.
Nice.
So I've only got the 2 now, or 3. I have a Shazam in the foil box. These are about to go in the foil box, but I will have the whole shebang, all of them.
Nice.
So looking forward to that.
Is the Wonder Woman one on a Wonder Woman issue?
I don't recall which one the Wonder Woman is, because I think that comes out at the end of the month.
Okay. Is it Absolute Wonder Woman?
I think it's just an all-in one-shot. Yeah, DC all-in one-shot, yeah.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah, and then
gotcha.
The Shazam one's pretty cool. Except I am a perfectionist, and it looked like it's all scuffed to heck and back. So I have to get a replacement for the Shazam one.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna want to sign it and grade if it looks terrible.
Nope, can't have that.
Not in my collection.
Yes. So the Heritage Auctions this week announced that they have the Christine Farrell Complete DC Comics collection featuring rare issues and original art coming to their auction house. The collection includes every DC comic published dating back to 1935's New Fun Comics #1. There is an Action Comics #1 and a Detective Comics #38 in there. Bidding is open. More items will be available through summer of 2025. The Action Comics is a restored 6.0.
Very neat. Very neat indeed.
Yeah. So if you're looking to complete, let me get rid of that ad. There's some of the...
Let me just mortgage my house 5 or 6 more times.
Yep. Look at that 9.2 of that Superman.
Yeah, that is nice. I do like that Flash cover too.
Yeah, the Flash is pretty cool. 8.0 restored on Superman #1. 9.2 not restored on that all Flash. That's something.
That's probably one of the highest ones in the world, probably.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I mean, the restored All-Star Comics 3 first JSA, 7.5. That's...
I don't know. How do you feel about restored?
I don't know. On a Golden Age book, it's hard. I just think you're lucky to have anything on a Golden Age book, you know?
Well, it depends. I agree. It depends on the restoration. If someone just replaced staples, I don't know if I can say no to that. But some people are really about like color in all the color breaks, and it's like, you know, I can't do that. That's not for me. But staples, I got no problem.
Hey, Eric, thanks for stopping by. It's great to see you. Welcome. I hope you enjoy our Joker show that's coming up tonight.
Yes, Joker.
I mean, I'll say this. If I could get my hands on an All-Star 8, a Wonder Woman 1, or a Sensation 1, and it was restored, but that's all that can hit the budget, I'd probably be good with it. Sure.
If it's one of those like high dollar books, you probably get a once in a lifetime opportunity to get. Yeah, I probably would too, but it mostly depends. There's so many variants for me. Like I don't know. I'd have to be in the situation to make a determination. There's just too many factors for me. Depends on the book and the restoration.
Yeah, and your budget.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, if budget wasn't a problem, I would be buying books that weren't restored. I'd buy the highest graded Superman in the world.
Oh my God! Did I call Aaron Eric?
I have no idea.
I think I did. Oh my God, Aaron! I am so sorry. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I think I just called Aaron Eric.
Okay, Aaron, listen to me. If you go over to the hover above the subscribe button, if you click it, you can go to unsubscribe.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Aaron. I am so sorry. Look at that. My face is like red. It's Aaron. It's great to see you. Thank you. Aaron's gone, long gone.
He already unsubbed you and left. There's a gentleman I work with, and I can never pronounce his name. I'm terrible with names and pronunciation. I probably call him something different every single day I see him. And I feel bad about it. I mean, I'm just stupid. That's my excuse. I'm just an idiot.
My eyes are getting old. And I'm noticing it in my videos where, like, especially if I'm unboxing something that I'm not expecting, I'm like, what the heck issue number is this? I'm noticing when I'm trying to read, I need more and more light on the page. So,
well, you got to read it online so you can blow it up, you know?
I do like that. I enjoy reading it online, and I do blow those panels up.
Oh, well. Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, Aaron. Please come back and give me another shot.
I
should just change my name right here to Comic Food 2814.
He's not here to object.
Exactly.
That's too cool.
Well, if Aaron's still here, who is a furry? There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Who's a
nothing.
furry?
That's funny.
Any other thing going on news-wise?
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Okay. So we chose, or I chose rather, Joker as the retro review tonight because there's a new Joker movie. So why not tie it all together? You know, we've been in Gotham a lot lately in our retro reviews. So I guess we're making another stop on the Gotham tour.
Joker. Where is it?
I decided to go back and do a retro story that I have never read. Joker had his first solo series back in the Bronze Age. Look at that cover. You have Lex Luthor throwing Joker off of a building. And I don't own this issue, and I've always wondered about this issue. And I thought, well, this is my chance. You know, we've, or I have, at least in the past, retro reviewed other issues from this run, which had 9 published issues and 10 issues total, but 9 of them were published and 1 of them went unpublished until the omnibus was released. And one time I even reviewed that 10th issue, which was a lot of fun. So let's start into the story. On our first page, we see exactly what's going to be happening in this story. Both Lex Luthor and the Joker are feeling odd. The Joker feels smart and logic, and you can go back up. Logic and genius, and then Luthor is feeling like how the Joker feels, insane. And the title of the story is Luthor, You're Driving Me Sane. So the story starts in a movie theater where they're talking about the clown prince of crime himself, the Joker. And he sees this cameraman that's filming him, and he invites him to get up close. The cameraman's name is Larry Ingalls. And he says, you want a really good picture? Come see this pie that I have. He's like, here's mud in your lens. And he throws the pie at him. And we see Joker has then grabbed the camera to show the audience what has happened. He starts filming the cameraman, but there's chemical in this pie cream that seeped through his skin, causing him to laugh hysterically to the point that he dies. His lethal laughing toxin, and then leaves behind his deadly calling card. Who is watching this in the theater but Lex Luthor? And he hears that maniacal laugh that only the Joker has. But next on the screen, it shifts to an prison escape attempt from Lex Luthor in this rocket. And he's trying to blast out, and they're trying to stop him. Joker's bored with this and starts to take off. So Luthor goes out after him and grabs a hold of him. And he says, you know, I'd recognize that walk in any disguise. And he's like, oh, Lexi, how's it going? He's like, don't call me Lexi. My mother called me Lexi. And they realize what's happened. The usher does. And in the movie theater, they start calling the police. So the two of them are talking and decide to walk over to Burger Blast and get a bite to eat. And as they're eating, they realize sirens are getting awfully close. And they say, do you think somebody could have spotted us and called the fuzz? He's like, so Luthor says, just in case, Joker, take this gadget. And it's got a picture of Superman there. And he says, when the cops break in, twist the nose on the device. So the cops do break in. There's Joker. So he twists the nose on the device. And then all of a sudden, he's like covered in some type of glow where they can't touch him and can't capture him. And he starts flying the guards off left and right. At the same time, there's now multiple Luthors, and the guards don't know which Luthor is which. So they feel like they've got one of them, but in reality, they don't have any of the real ones, as the real Luthor escapes. While the real Luthor is escaping, so does the Joker. He's running out the front door. Luthor is running out the back door. Luthor all of a sudden the Joker all of a sudden sees Luthor, runs down, grabs a hold of him, and picks him up. Actually, it's Luthor who grabs the Joker. And he mixed some chemicals in the kitchen to put in old soda bottles, making a carbonated rocket engine. So they fly up to the roof, and they start talking. And Joker starts to think, Luthor wouldn't be so bad if he actually had some type of sense of humor. And he wonders where he's going to run off to. So now we cut to a little bit later in Luthor's hideaway. And Luthor is set for Operation Mindbreak, Phase 2. And his target is Coast City. And unbeknownst to him, the Joker has climbed up the side of the wall with suction cups and is watching from the outside. Luthor's plan is to use this after this countdown ends, this wild beam will catch Green Lantern wherever he is in Coast City, and his dominant mental characteristics of willpower will be drained into Luthor's body. At that moment, we see Hal Jordan is asleep, and his lantern starts to glow, but he's unaware of what's going on. The countdown's going down. 4, 3, when Joker busts into the room, and he puts on the extra helmet. The countdown still goes. Joker is just laughing away, and Luthor's telling him, don't do this. Now Joker fully has the helmet on when the countdown happens, and they're like, what just happened? And Luthor starts laughing. He's like, I don't know, I just got here. And Joker's like, this is no laughing matter. And they realize that the personality scrambling gadget short-circuited and swapping their personality traits. So now Joker has Luthor's genius, and he has Joker's madness. And Joker says he can suddenly understand everything. He understands the music of Mozart, the art of Van Gogh, the theories of Einstein. He understands them all at once, and the rush of this genius is driving him sane. In the meantime, Luthor has no time for this. He says, so long, you blithering genius. And Happy Landing's getting out of Luthor's lair, and he just flies off like the crazy man he now is. Joker realizes the only way down is the way he got in, so he uses the suction cups and climbs back down. He tells a taxi driver he has no money, but you're going to take me to this warehouse near Pier 62. The taxi driver is scared to death and does what he says. He realizes that the taxi driver is definitely going to head and phone the police on his whereabouts. So he has to burn rubber to his hacienda. His hacienda. That's his hideout. And he says, the gang will be there soon. So he gets into his hacienda. The entrance is his laugh. It's programmed to his specific laughter to enter. So he gets in and he realizes he can't let the gang see him in this condition. So he has to fake like being insane, even though he has all this sanity now. So he applies a little more makeup, thinking that will make him a little bit more crazier. His gang of thugs arrive, and he's up to his same old tricks and just totally acts insane. And, scares them a little bit. And they talk about, he's such a horrible person to work for. They don't say this in front of him, but he's such a horrible person to work for, but he pays well. And they end up leaving the meeting. He's like, wow, I have to go through that all the time. It's kind of exhausting. And he's just in this point now where he's trying to absorb all the sanity that he has and knowledge that was Lex Luthor's. Meanwhile, Luthor is having a busy time. He says, I used to be a stick in the mud, and I never saw how much fun it was to take from the rich and give it to everyone. And there's the museum's pride, the fabulous Gargantua diamond, and the gem shatters because of the long-distance diamond cutting technique that he was using in this gun. And then speeding through the city faster and more skillfully than any police vehicle is the Joker in his Joker-mobile. And he's rigged up a tracking device with Luthor's scent on it to be able to find him, and finally realizes he's stopped. And so he's standing on top of this building by the flag, just laughing away and saying how much fun he's going to have. So Joker runs through this building, and he has come to realize with all the smarts that he has now, that if Luthor and him remain the way that they are for a full 24 hours, they won't be able to reverse the process. So time is of the essence right now. Luthor is shocked a little bit when Joker gets up to the top of the rooftop and finds him. And Joker's wearing this device that he believes is going to protect him. And he's trying to get one of those on Lex too, which will also initiate like a reverse transfer. But Lex takes off, and Joker says, I've got these pills. I know what they're due, but if I'm wrong, my life will be one day shorter. He says these pills are going to give him 30 seconds of super strong leg muscles, enough to jump up and grab a hold of Luthor's boot jets and grab him, which is exactly what he's able to do. And then Luthor's foot falls out of the boot. And he's starting to fall, but he flips the switch, and he's able to use the boot and almost kind of ski back down to a rooftop with Luthor following him. And he says, you got to give in, Luthor. We got to go back to the way you were and the way I was. And Luthor's saying, don't try on that on me. I'm above reason. I'm a super crook. And Joker says, he might not be above reason, but he's beyond it. And heaven help me, that's the way I've got to become again. So he's almost pushing him over the rooftop, but Luthor stops and he says, I don't want to be sane again. When I was sane, I did everything because I hated Superman. Now I don't hate anyone. And Joker says, you got to understand you were driven by your hatred, and now you'll be driven by your madness. You're still in the same hell. It's only different scenery. And Luthor says, on the other hand, I don't particularly like anyone very much, including you. And he's trying to leave, but Joker grabs a hold, and they end up down on the ground level in this alleyway. And Joker is able to put on these electronic headgear while he's got Luthor distracted. And he says he has to do this if he ever wants to regain his own personality. Now we cut to another policeman named Joe Malone. He's a young man with a good job. He's a city cop. He makes people smile, all-around good guy. And he has the American dream to buy a house in the suburbs with a pool in the backyard. And whatever his daydreams, they're suddenly interrupted when, in the alleyway, Joker's able to start the reverse and get their personalities coming back. This cop sees that something's going on in the alleyway, this bright light. He runs in there with his pistol drawn to become the first policeman to single-handedly apprehend both Lex Luthor and the Joker, even though it really wasn't any work that he did. He gets the credit for it. He says, and it says, neither his life nor his career will ever be the same again. So he ended up benefiting from that. Now the arch-villains are returned to their respective house of detention. Luthor's in prison, and he says, I can break out of here whenever I want. I had this idea when I was mad. It was a glimmer of an idea theory that I had to be crazy to come up with. And he's like, the ultimate theory for an explanation for the universe. It could have made me world-renowned if only I were insane enough to remember it. Joker's in Arkham Asylum, and he says nobody but a psychiatrist spends as much time as I do coming and going from padded cells. So it's a good thing I had the foresight to spend some of my ill-gotten gains to convert this padded cell into an elevator, which descends into a secret mini hacienda underneath his home away from home. And he says, Johnny Nevada's monologue should be starting now. Let's see what gags I can steal from him tonight. And that is the end of the issue.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Saying hi to some folks. Jason's here, Southern Comic Geek. We mentioned it very briefly. I did retro review that in a past episode of Fanboys Live in the Retro Review. Carlito Classico is here. Thanks for joining us. And Kenneth Bird. Hope you're doing well.
Yes. Let me pop up mine here. So I went with a little bit darker Joker story. We're picking up right in the middle here. Season 1 of Injustice, Gods Among Us, is issue 3. So what happened the previous 2 issues is Superman found out that him and Lois are expecting a child. Batman had discovered that Scarecrow somehow died, and a whole bunch of his toxins are missing. And then Joker is able to repurpose his toxin, because he was the one who killed the Scarecrow, and somehow make Superman affected by it when he previously wasn't. And Joker has no clue what Superman is about to do, or whatever, because he's never been infected by the toxin before. So here we go. We're diving right in. So Superman at this point is already infected with the fear toxin. So he sees Doomsday. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to attack Doomsday. Well, Joker had captured Lois. And keep in mind that Lois was expecting Superman's child. So Superman looks at Lois. He doesn't see Lois Lane. He sees Doomsday. So he takes what he thought was Doomsday up to space. And this is all part of Joker's plan. He didn't know Superman would fly off the handle that far, but he just knew Superman was going to go crazy. Distracted enough for Joker to come over here and finish his plan. They get interrupted by Green Lantern and Wonder Woman. They're getting ready to take Joker and Harley in. And Batman's, he knows something's up. Joker just doesn't give up. And he notices that it's the Joker's fear toxin. And he said, hey, you're never going to guess that there is a nuclear missile on board the submarine that I just came out of. And by that time, Batman's yelling for Superman, like, hey, come down. We need you here. Big time emergency. He's like, I can't. It's doomsday. And then that's when it kind of wears off in space, and Superman is able to realize that he, in fact, hadn't killed Doomsday. He had killed Lois. He had killed Lois Lane. And he can hear the hearts stop beating. And it's all part of the Joker's plan. And then the bomb goes off. Boom. This huge nuclear explosion in downtown Metropolis. Boom. Lots of people are dead. And that's the end of issue 3. So the difference between modern day book and yours, Mr. Lasso, is yours had a ton of meat, lots of art and story. Unfortunately, these newer ones don't. But I'm going to skip ahead for just a second here. I want to continue this. So Superman brings her body back down to Earth. You know what I mean? And Batman's already detained Joker. He's interrogating Joker, and Joker's loving it up. It's like, listen, this is the whole plan all along. Superman was the wild card. Once he was out of here, it was easy. Blowing up Metropolis was easy. And Diana is trying to comfort Superman, and Superman's taking this all on his shoulders. He's like, I'm 100% responsible for everything. I'm going to do something that Batman never could do. And everyone's trying to get him to stop. Green Lantern couldn't do it. My stuff's falling down. Wonder Woman couldn't do it. They're all trying to get Superman to relax because they know what's happening. Look at that. Superman is able to take Hal Jordan's ring off of him. He catches him, obviously, but, doesn't let him become Hal Jordan anymore. Here comes Superman into the Gotham City Police Department, finds Joker and says, hey, this is what you get. Boom. Just kills the Joker. The Joker in this universe. Dead. Completely toast. So, that's the Joker story that I got for you. Superman feels responsible for the death of Lois and the baby and the millions of people within Metropolis and kills the Joker.
Is that an Elseworld story?
Yeah, it takes place, I forget, Earth 5 or 6, I think. I can't recall, but I highly recommend anyone who hasn't read the Injustice storyline read it. It's so good. And even Wonder Woman is slightly corrupted in this storyline because she starts to see things in like a black and white mentality. There's no gray area. Like, mankind did wrong, mankind will be punished. That's the way the universe goes. You either fall in line and support Superman and the regime, or you're against Superman and the regime, and I will hunt you down, and I will cut all of you in half. And it gets so bad, it gets so corrupted. Like, Hippolyta comes with Zeus and Hercules. They confront Wonder Woman. I won't go too into details, and this big fight happens. But Hippolyta and Wonder Woman have this epic duel. It's kind of fun to watch.
Wow.
Very recommended. The problem with the Injustice storyline is there's 5 seasons. Each season's about 40 issues.
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy long, but it's so good. It's so good.
This is the one that's based off the video game, right?
Yep. I mean, the video game was just a standard beat 'em up, but this is where you learn all the lore and everything.
Hi, C-Dart.
Kind of fun. C-Dart.
Thanks for stopping by. Is this a comic book stream? Is it?
It is.
It is. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes, you are in the right place.
Yeah, we're happy that you stopped by. We were talking about the Joker because of the new movie being released. We retro reviewed 2 older Joker titles, one from the 70s, and what was yours from like the
2015?
2015, yeah.
Or probably even longer than that, to be honest with you. I don't even know.
Cool.
Let's see, 20. Yeah, it doesn't say, but yeah, I want to say somewhere around. Actually, probably even 2010.
Okay.
So a while ago.
Yeah, a little bit.
Very good writing on that story.
Cool. I was happy with my story too. Like I said, I never read it. I was between. I couldn't decide if I wanted to retro review that one or the other Joker issue that I never read with Sherlock Holmes on the cover. So we'll probably get to that one next time that I have something. I haven't seen it yet. One of my friends did, and they liked it despite what critics have been saying about it. They thought it was really good, and they said that I probably would like it. And this is someone that knows me very well, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good. I mean, it's Joaquin Phoenix. Is he in anything bad? I don't think so.
Who does Lady Gaga play in the movie?
Lady Gaga. She plays herself.
No.
That's what I heard.
What's the name of her new album?
Lady Gaga.
Nope.
Yeah, she did like an exclusive album just for this movie.
Called
That's
Harley
pretty cool.
Quinn. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. My wife likes Lady Gaga, so Jack Nicholson is the best Joker. He's all right. Let me tell you about my favorite Joker. I forgot. Heath Ledger. Yeah, let's go with Heath Ledger.
Like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Who's my favorite Joker?
I think I want to say you're a Nicholson guy.
No.
No?
No.
I don't know. Who's your favorite Joker?
Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero. All right. Cesar Romero. I like he just painted over his mustache.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's too funny. I saw this interview of Cesar Romero backstage. Like, he just got done filming a bunch of stuff for the Batman. His face is paint. It's all messed up, but it's mostly there, but there's patches where it's not. And he's just wearing like a tank top, a sleeveless tank top, and he's got a cigarette and he's drinking. And he's got a babe under each arm. It's just like Cesar Romero backstage. And he's not doing like the Joker voice. He's doing like a regular.
His normal.
His regular voice. But it's just like so weird to see that. Live action bad guy. Yeah. I like Tom Hardy's Bane. It's my favorite live action Batman bad guy.
I might like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
That's a good one. Or Danny DeVito Penguin. Maybe it's just because I love Danny DeVito. Very possible.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah.
Did you go to the shops at all?
No, I haven't been for a while.
Man, I went. Guess what finally came out?
What's that?
Issue 12, Justice Society of America.
Oh, finally. That only took how many years?
Yeah, right? Oh, man. Forever. Absolutely forever.
Yes, Cameron was amazing in the Gotham TV series. He was a great Joker. I went to some Heroes and Villains events in Chicago where they had a lot of cast of Gotham at the time that the show was still on. I was always hoping Cameron would come to one of those, but he never did.
That's so strange he never did. Yeah, here's the Shazam issue for All In. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's my All In special, number 1. I got the Super Duper Folie.
Nice.
My DC Foil logo variant will probably be here this week.
Nice.
But the other issue I picked up, finally that came out, was issue 7 of Task Force. Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Where I finally have all 7 of these. All 7 foil covers. And then here was the latest issue of Absolute Power. This was number 4. So here's the foil cover for number 4, where he's taking the powers from the Green Lantern.
Yep.
Lots of foils. This thing's getting heavy.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Because all the foils go into top loaders, and then they get put in here. That's my thing. I'm gonna have nothing but short boxes full of foil covers.
Nice.
Something for my kids to dig through when I'm no longer on this earth.
Is that your book show tonight, or do you have something else you'd like to show?
Let me grab something else. Yeah.
Okay. While Tony's doing that, I'll let you know when it comes to the book shows, share a cover with us on Instagram. Use the hashtag Fanboys Live and the Retro Review so we can make sure that we see it. I shared, if you want to share something Joker related, that's really cool to tie into the topic. But really, anything DC Comics related is encouraged. I posted yesterday on my Instagram a Joker cover in promotion for our event tonight. Nice. Is Superman your favorite character? Seed art.
What was your book show? I missed it.
I didn't do it yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So go ahead. Tell us about your channel and your book show.
Coming up on the channel, I got a bunch of shorts. I've got some content coming up. It all depends on when my books come back. Lots of content there, too. So sticking with the theme of the Joker and Injustice, we have Injustice Ground Zero, Issue 1. It's the same story, Injustice, but it's told from the perspective of Harley Quinn. And I have that signed by Pop Man. I've got issue 1, 3, 4, 7, all signed by Pop Man. And the irregular Injustice covers, I have 3.
Ooh, I like that 3.
Yeah, 3's cool. The Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
7 or 6, I'm sorry. Now I have 7, the cool Shazam cover. Inner Turmoil. Makes sense. And I have the annual number 1. Pop Man.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice. So on my channel, as I mentioned earlier, I had the Marvel Comics unboxing from White Tiger Cool Calm Collected. I bought some books from him on Instagram, and I unboxed those on a video that's already on my channel. I have my back issue of the week YouTube short, also on my channel. And the current back issue of the week tied into the Marvel TV show, Agatha All Along. So that's what's on my channel already. Coming up tomorrow, I'm dropping a Joker-themed back issue of the week YouTube short. So it will be a little bit more modern story related to the Joker. So that drops tomorrow morning. And then I have a comic book editions video on Tuesday, kind of sticking with Marvel for the most part. It's a customized prize win mystery box from this past season of Omni X-Men from John's Comics with Kids. So I'll be unboxing that on Tuesday's video. So look forward to sharing that with you. And then for my book show, I got 2 things that I want to show. This was the Joker 80th anniversary one-shot special from a few years back. This is the Ryan Brown Virgin variant. And I just thought this cover was so cool. Ever since I saw that cover, I'm like, oh, I really, really want that. And I got it. And for the most part, the book, which has several different shorter Joker stories in it, was good. There was only one story in here that I didn't care for. The rest of the stories I really liked a lot. Thanks, I collect a lot. I appreciate that. And then the other thing I wanted to show, I might have shown this in the past, but it's always, a classic never dies. This is the Brazilian trade paperback of Joker Volume 1, which I read from an issue from tonight, but his name is Coringa. So I have the Coringa.
Coringa.
Yes, from Brazil. Love that. And on the back is him holding, you know what superhero that is in their secret identity?
Wonder Woman.
Nope.
No idea.
That's the Black Canary.
Okay, yeah.
Because Black Canary, if you remember, she wears a wig when she's the Black Canary.
True. We think it would fall off if she's being held upside down.
Well, this isn't a wig. This is her real hair.
Ah, gotcha.
So.
That's right. The wig is blonde.
Yeah, the wig is blonde. So I thought these 2 would be fun to share as book shows for tonight.
Very nice. Those are some good books.
Yeah, thanks. So that essentially brings us to the end of Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. Anything else you want to talk about or comment on or share? Or
No, I have got a giant stack of, I'll show you here, books that I gotta put away. And this is just one of a few stacks laying around my office. So
I have a bunch that I need to file away as well.
Anyone who wants to come to my house and help me.
Yeah.
We'll get some pizza and we'll do some cataloging.
Yeah. Don't get grease on the books though.
That's true. But yeah, lots of good stuff in here. From Baltimore Comic-Con. Some stuff we never really showed. But I'll show you one right now. Right here, perfect. Sticking with our news for today.
Mm-hmm.
My last signature on the Suicide Squad that I needed. Carl Kessel.
Nice.
So, funny story. I was talking to Carl Kessel, and I made that comment when I was done with this book. I'm like, hey, you're the last guy on this book I need. This is great. I'm excited. And he's like, oh, you need Luke O'Donnell. I'm like, does he do cons? He said no. I'm like, well, then I'm done doing the book.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's a very valid point. Because he said Luke O'Donnell doesn't do cons ever.
Wow.
So sounds like I'm done with that book. Let's go ahead.
Maybe there'll be a sign-in opportunity like through Clan McDonald or something.
Yeah, who knows? But that'd be great if there was. Get all four of them. But I got the main ones. John Ostrander, Howard Chaykin, Carl Kessel. But yeah, maybe someday.
Yeah.
Any toy shows in your future?
No. No. I was going to ask you if you had any other shows lined up. I think you do, right?
I do. And I was 100% committed, and now I'm not 100% committed.
Okay.
Only because the only sole purpose for me to visit is to meet Chadwick Boseman, or not Chadwick Boseman, the original Shazam guy, from the 1970s, Jackson Boswick, to get him to sign some stuff. But I mean, I've met him before. Technically, I'm only going there to get signatures to give other people. I'm not keeping any of the signatures I'm getting at this con. So, not to sound greedy, but I mean, like, that's a lot. And these people don't know that they're getting it. They would all be A-okay. So I'm not saying,
sure.
like, oh, they never get it. Like,
it's not like you promise something to someone and then...
Yeah. This is all out of my own pocket. Kindness to my heart. And I really want to get another Shazam book signed so I can donate it to the Pennsylvania State Archive.
Cool. Hey, how you doing, Hoarder's Hide?
What's up, buddy? Because me and another friend, coworker, are putting that stuff together for the state. So that's like the main reason I want to go is to get that. But my kids want to go because they got their cool Shazam costumes and they want to get pictures.
They're Mary Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is he charges like $40 for a photo.
That's a lot.
It's not worth it. But I was like, it's my kids, so there's really technically no price that's too much for me. I don't know.
Do they know him?
They've met him before.
Okay. But like, do they know that he played him? Do they get that association or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
We looked at watched the shows. She called it a dad cartoon.
Okay.
I don't know if that's offensive or not. Even though that show had been played way longer before I even got here. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I probably will still go, but maybe I won't drop the amount of cash I was hoping to drop. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
That's next weekend.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
Yep. Next Saturday.
He must have moved because he lived outside of Nashville for the longest time.
I think the only reason he came, maybe he might still live there. I don't know. But the con where he's going to be at is what he lists as his hometown. So I'm not sure what
so there might be relatives and stuff back there for him to visit or something. Yeah, he can go visit,
and do a convention. But he does have a really gnarly Shazam jacket that I really, 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 really want. But he said it's one of one. I was like, great. Can I have it when you're done with it?
Yeah, will it to me.
Give it to me.
Where there's a will, there's a way I can get my name in it.
That's very true. It's very true. So we'll see. That's coming up next week. I don't know. It's going to be a game time decision.
Okay. You know what we're doing for the retro review for next week? Because it's going to be your pick.
No, I have no clue. And just like every week, you remind me Friday. I'll forget about it till Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll be like, I need to make a thumbnail.
Yep. Oh, man. I just got to remember it. Think of something good. Maybe we'll find a character we haven't done in a while. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Well, stay tuned for that. We'll have fun regardless of what it ends up being. This is the greatest DC comic show on YouTube, Fanboys Live, the Retro Review. Thank you so much for being here once again. Links to subscribe if you're not subscribed to our channel are in the description for this video. Please sub up the other members in the chat to help build this great comic book community that we have. We hope that you have a safe, happy, healthy, successful week and look forward to visiting with you again next weekend for Fanboys Live and the Retro Review.